Hello everyone, it's Ollie and Mitch, and in this video we are talking all about the squat. Now the squat is one of our favourite exercises because it is so important for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's really good for building the lower body strength. And that carries over to reason number two, is that it helps with lots of daily tasks, like getting up out of the chair, getting up off the floor, or even climbing stairs. So it's super transferable to our daily lives.
Now, one thing we do hear from a lot of our community is that they have a bit of trouble with the squat. It might be for reasons such as knee pain, previous surgeries such as knee replacements, maybe some knee osteoarthritis, maybe even a poor experience previously with having done squats and you developed a little bit of pain afterwards. And some people have even perhaps been turned off after being given some maybe well-intentioned advice, but perhaps not the most up-to-date advice about how you should do a squat and whether a squat's okay for you to do.
Yeah, so we think the squat is useful for everyone. It's all about finding the right starting point. So if we take this all the way to the end, a full bodyweight squat would look something like this. Okay,
beautiful.
So getting down nice and low and all the way back up. But if you're not at that level, don't fret, because we are going to walk you through some really easy progressions, starting with a sit to stand from a high chair, and Mitch is going to demonstrate for us. So if you're someone who's perhaps had a recent knee replacement, you've got some really bad knee pain or hip pain, this would be a good starting point. Now you can see we've got two nice padded cushions on the chair. So if you've got something like that at home, great one to use. Have a seat there for me, Mitch. Okay, so the very easiest one to do is pushing up with the hands, like Mitch is going to show now. Great. So the arms allow us to take a little bit of load off the legs, make it a bit easier if you've got sensitive knees or whatever it is. But if you can handle that completely comfortably, you're going to take the arms away, all right? Now that may take, for some people, a couple of sessions. Some people it might take a few weeks. Just work at your own pace.
The important thing here, you can see with my feet, don't have your feet too far away from you because that's going to make it harder. So bring your feet back under your knees.
Absolutely. Okay, good. The next stage is going to be reducing the height of the chair to increase the range of motion. So get rid of one of those pillows, Mitch, that's the way. So now we have a slightly lower chair. We can try the same thing, hopefully without the arms, but if you need to, you can try and use your arms for a bit of extra assistance.
And if you are using your arms, remember to have the main focus on your legs, and your arms are just doing a bit of helping. That's important.
Great. And once again, after a couple of weeks, you can then graduate to just the chair without any cushions at all. So fling that one away, Mitch. Lovely stuff. Okay, now Mitch is just doing a plain sit to stand from the chair. You can see he's a bit lower. It's a lot more challenging. This is something that we start a lot of our clients on when they come in with general knee pain or aches, things like that. Good. Once Mitch has mastered that, he may move on to a shallow bodyweight squat, which is going to look something like this. Beautiful. So once again, starting with what you can tolerate, not going too deep. Great. And then you can slowly start to go a little bit lower. Nice one, Mitch. Until eventually you're getting all the way down to a full body weight squat. Excellent. So a lot of starting points. You may have to experiment a little bit with your squat to see which one of those is still challenging for you but is tolerable for you. But here's a couple more tips for how to do your squats well.
Yeah, so one big thing is people often think they have to keep a really upright back. You don't. It's okay to let those shoulders come forward. So if you watch me here, if I'm squatting with my hands across my chest, my shoulders come forward. Yep, you don't have to stay bolt upright. In fact, I can't do a squat like that. It does depend on who you are, how you're made up, as to how upright you can be. So totally fine, let those shoulders come forward. Okay, second one is your stance width. There's no right or wrong, you just got to find what works for you. Now for me, I like my feet a little bit wider than shoulders, turned out slightly, and that allows me to comfortably squat down. Feels nice in through this hip region.
Yeah.
Some people like it a little bit narrower, maybe their feet parallel. You just got to find what suits you. Some people like it a bit wider, feet turned out. So there's lots of different ways. Important thing is pick the variation that you like and stick to that variation as you progress through the movement.
Definitely. So, mate, there's a couple of good tips, a couple of good starting points. Hopefully you can take something from what we've talked about and apply it to your squats in your strength workouts. And we will see you all in the next video. Adios.